Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Julie Chrisley receives extended probation time after hearing. Julie Chrisley received extended probation time after her resentencing hearing. This was shocking for fans to hear. Everyone thought she might get less time in jail. However, that was not the case at all. Savannah Chrisley made it clear she was not happy about this. Keep reading to find out more. Savannah Chrisley is not happy. Savannah Chrisley has been vocal when it comes to her mother and her freedom. She is not afraid to speak her mind and let people know what is wrong in the justice system. However, some fans feel as though this is hurting her mother's chances of getting out sooner. They think Savannah is sabotaging it all by being so vocal about the issues. Bwahahaha, let Savannah's whining commence. Serves this family right, no accountability taking twats. If only her daughter would keep her damn mouth shut, she probably would be out soon. Julie Chrisley gets more probation time. Julie Chrisley recently had her resentencing hearing. Her family was hoping that she would get less time on her sentence and get home quickly. However, this was not the case at all. Julie ended up getting the same amount of time in prison. Also, she got 2 additional years of probation time. She originally had 3 years of supervised release. However, she now had 5 years of supervised release. Fans did not realize this until they saw the documents. Savannah has also not said much about this. Fans feel as though Julie asking for so much messed up her chances of a lesser sentence. She asked to attend the hearing via Zoom, a 24-hour furlough, and to wear street clothes. All were denied. This may have made the judge mad at her before it all started. Do you think this messed up her chances of getting out sooner? It seems the judge was not having it with Julie. They made sure to get the point across that your fame does not get you out of consequences for doing bad things. However, her attorney feels as though that is the only reason she did not get less time. They feel as though the judge wanted to make a point. Regardless, she is still in jail for the same amount of time and now has 2 additional years of probation. Julie Chrisley, one half of the infamous Chrisley family, once known for their lavish lifestyle and flamboyant displays of wealth on reality TV, recently faced another chapter in her legal saga. Following a highly publicized trial and conviction in 2022 for tax evasion and fraud, both Julie and her husband Todd were sentenced to prison, shattering the carefully curated image of luxury and Southern charm they had long cultivated. But the story doesn't end there. In a dramatic turn of events, Julie Chrisley recently received an extension to her probation period, following a court hearing that has once again thrust her into the public eye. What was meant to be the culmination of her punishment now stretches into the foreseeable future, ensuring that the Chrisley family's legal troubles will continue to make headlines for years to come. The rise and fall. Julie and Todd Chrisley were the faces of their hit show Chrisley Knows Best, which aired for several seasons, showcasing their life of privilege, glamour, and their constant quips about Southern family values. The show was a hit, as viewers became captivated by their opulent homes, their elaborate parties, and Todd's signature sassy one-liners. Julie, the matriarch, was often portrayed as the perfect complement to Todd's over-the-top personality. She was the calm and collected force, dedicated to her children and maintaining a sense of order amidst the chaos of their reality TV world. But behind the scenes, the Chrisleys were entangled in a web of financial deception. The facade of wealth that they flaunted on TV was funded, not by legitimate business ventures, but by bank fraud and tax evasion schemes that would eventually come to light. The government's case against the Chrisleys revealed that they had submitted false documents to banks to secure loans and had evaded paying taxes on millions of dollars of income. When the truth was uncovered, the glamorous life they had sold to viewers crumbled, and both Julie and Todd were convicted and sentenced to prison. Life after conviction. In January 2023, Julie Chrisley began serving her 7-year sentence at the Federal Medical Center Lexington, a facility in Kentucky. The news of her imprisonment was shocking to some, but for others, it was a long-awaited moment of justice. Fans and critics alike were left to ponder how the Southern belle, who always appeared poised and put together, ended up serving time for such serious crimes. But prison life has not been easy for Julie. Reports from inside the facility describe her as struggling to adapt to the harsh realities of incarceration. Though the Federal Medical Center is a low-security facility, life behind bars is a far cry from the luxurious lifestyle she once led. Gone are the designer clothes and lavish meals. Now, Julie faces a regimented routine and minimal comforts. Despite the difficult adjustment, Julie has reportedly been doing her best to stay positive and maintain connections with her family, particularly her children. Todd, who is serving his own 12-year sentence at a separate facility, has been a constant source of support, even from afar. The couple continues to communicate through letters and phone calls, both clinging to the hope that their appeal will one day free them from the prison system. The extended probation hearing. While serving her time, Julie Chrisley's legal battles were far from over. Recently, she appeared in court for a probation hearing that would determine the next steps in her journey through the criminal justice system. The hearing came after a series of legal maneuvers by her defense team, who have been working tirelessly to reduce her sentence, or at least secure more lenient post-prison conditions. However, the outcome of the hearing was not in her favor. During the proceedings, the judge reviewed Julie's behavior during her time in prison and her ability to meet the conditions of her sentence. While her legal team argued that she had been a model inmate and had shown genuine remorse for her crimes, the prosecution painted a different picture. They argued that the severity of her offenses warranted strict supervision once she was released, to ensure that she would not repeat her previous actions. Ultimately, the judge sided with the prosecution, extending Julie's probation period significantly. Originally, Julie was set to be on probation for a few years following her release from prison, but with the extension, she will now be under supervision for an additional 5 years beyond that. This means that, even after she completes her prison sentence, Julie will be required to adhere to strict conditions, report regularly to a probation officer, and possibly face restrictions on her financial activities for nearly a decade after her release. What this means for Julie Chrisley, this extended probation is a heavy blow. It means that her legal troubles are far from over, and the shadow of her criminal actions will continue to loom large in her life, long after her time in prison is over. The terms of her probation are likely to be stringent, given the nature of her crimes. She may be barred from certain types of business activities, have her financial transactions monitored, and be required to attend regular meetings with her probation officer. Any violation of these terms could result in further legal consequences, including a potential return to prison. Emotionally, the toll is immense. Julie, who once thrived in the public spotlight, will now have to live a life of restraint and constant oversight. The glamorous image she once projected on Chrisley Knows Best seems like a distant memory, as she now faces the reality of living under the watchful eye of the justice system for years to come. Public reaction. As news of Julie's extended probation broke, reactions were mixed. Some fans of the Chrisleys continue to express sympathy for Julie, viewing her as a victim of circumstances and believing that her punishment has been too harsh. They see her as a woman who made mistakes but deserves a chance to move on with her life. Others, however, see this latest development as a fitting consequence for someone who so blatantly flaunted her wealth while cheating the system. They argue that the extended probation is a necessary safeguard to prevent her from returning to her old ways. The Chrisley family has remained relatively quiet about the latest ruling, but it is likely that they will continue to fight for more lenient conditions. For now, Julie's future remains uncertain, with her probation period hanging over her like a dark cloud. Looking ahead, Julie Chrisley's extended probation marks yet another chapter in a story that has captivated the public for years. What began as a seemingly idyllic life of wealth and privilege has transformed into a cautionary tale about the dangers of deception and greed. With years of supervision ahead of her, Julie's path to redemption will be long and difficult.